Hey guys, it's Dev, and today is going to be a small little video on how I usually warm up before I start playing CS and basically what my training routine is. So first things first, you obviously need to get your sensitivity right. You need to get your, there's a lot of settings you can do. You can either, if you have an adjustable DPI mouse, you can adjust that, or you can adjust it in the options and then keyboard and mouse, adjust it there. Just find something that's useful for you. Just remember your playstyle, like if you're a wrist player, arm player, whatever. I'm a wrist player, so my sensitivity is pretty damn high. But any case, this is going to be a how to warm up / train video. Now basically what I do is I go to offline with Botz and then I go to the workshop section. Now I have 3 maps. There are a lot of maps here. You can use any variant of these. I don't really use the smoke maps anymore because they're pretty outdated, but yeah. The first thing you would want is Crash's Crosshair generator. Now this is a map where, well, you generate a crosshair. Now I don't load this up each time. Also not going to go in depth on how to use the map because I have done my crosshair. I've got like 4 presets that I can just switch to whenever I get bored of this one. But that's for the crosshair. Then the other map I use the most is Botz by Ulitical, I think, or Mr. Ulitical. Now basically what this map is, while it loads up, I'll explain it, is it's basically bots spawn around you in this arena. You can choose guns, times, whatever. And I just put them to static because the moving aim part is usually, that comes later. But for now, I'm just going to show you how I use this map to warm up. For me personally, this is what works best. Now, I usually use this map when I'm a bit rusty, like I can't track the enemy or pre-fire that well. That's when I would use this map. So you spawn in, it instantly spawns you, and surprisingly enough, watch, if I'm going to shoot, I'm not going to shoot this guy in the head. I don't know why, but yeah, that's how CS works. But basically, they spawn in this little arena around you. You got your weapons, your pistols, yada yada yada. It also has a little fun game mode. I think it's over here, where it's like the aimbots challenge, and you play it 100 bots best time, and then those things get updated. But as you can see, coming soon. But basically what I do is I just take the AK, just like as you spawn in, that's how I do it, and I just go around and just headshot all the bots. If you miss one, just move on to the next one, because the thing that you're concentrating on is like the first aim accuracy. So for like the first 5 minutes or whatever, I would recommend just going around static, just shooting. And then you would gonna come over to here, and then this second setting over here is uneven ground. Then you would tick that. And then you have to aim a bit, like it's not just going in a straight line like that, it's actually just you have to aim to the heads and so on and so forth. And also do it with the AWP. I would recommend the Scout because it's the same principle, and then you just aim for the head. Helps a lot. You can use the M4 to get down to headshots. And then if you want to do pistols help for flick shots a lot. Or if you want to warm up each gun, I would also recommend using this map, just killing like 250 bots with the AK, 250 with an M4, 100 with the pistols. 100 with the P2000, I use the P2000 or ESP, and then 100 with the Glock. Then you should be fine for matchmaking. Well, for the most part. But if you want to play pistols, you just untick, and then you go to the pistol, and then... Oh wait, that's the hard one. Untick it till it's red, then it will go. And headshot, obviously. I hit the USB! But then you just keep on shooting them, they keep on spawning, and you go on. I usually do around about 250 bots, depending on how I feel. I would recommend doing more. If you want to do this for training, go to 1000, and on days when you're rusty, also go to 1000. That usually works the best. So yeah. Okay, so in my array of maps here, you can see I have like these 2 of these maps to train your aim, and training aim.csgo_dark. I usually use those help a lot. But I'm going to show you this one. This one was the one I used to use just because it was a darker map and I don't really like staring at the white, like it had white walls, all the other ones. So then I found this one, it's got better settings, it's a bit more smoothed out and so on. But basically, I'll show you when I get into it. But this is basically a map to train your reaction time as well as your flick shots and fast aiming. So I use this map the most of any of the others. I usually just load up this one and then shoot, because if you can shoot the targets on you, you can basically shoot someone standing still. I mainly use aimbots to like get used to the guns and the pistols again if I haven't played in a while. But yeah, I usually choose T because I always take the AK, so that I at least have my skin. So as you can see, there's like this whole wall here with guns or shotguns. I don't know why you want to use shotguns, but I guess if you're that type of player and want to get to Silver Elite, you can use those. But then you just press E on the shotgun, on the shotgun. On the AK, it's not a shotgun. I wish it was. But yeah, then usually what I do is, well, what I would recommend for the first player starting out is just leave it like totally the same. If your crosshair is red, I would recommend changing the color, maybe. Never used to bother me that much, but just change it. You can change it to any color, really. Even black. I don't know why you would want black, but yeah, I'm just going to keep it on red. And then the only settings you really want to concentrate on are the static tar dot duration and the amount and the delay. All these other things are basically useless to me. So I'm just going to leave it to that. I would usually put it to 100 so you can get your aim in a percentage, kind of. And then I would then if you press start, you can see it spawns. It's really slow, this, for me. Some people it's fast. It was fast for me in the beginning as well when I started using this map. Like, I could not hit that for shit. And then basically you just go around and then you shoot it, and then until the 100 is done, and then it will show you how many shots you failed. So if you burst fire, it will add 2. So those bottom ones are pretty useless. You just want to concentrate on how many you hit. I would recommend, like, I have this setup that I go through. Like, if I get 60 out of 100, then I can move up 1 level. Then if I get 60 out of 100 there again, I can move up a level, so on and so forth. But if you really, let's say you struggle with these far shots, then all you do is you try and shoot, and then you keep on doing that until you hit 70. At least 70. You can go higher if you're more accurate than that. But yeah, if you can hit 70 constantly on the speed, then I would recommend bumping up the speed. And 70 on any level. So if you can do that, bump up the speed, then you can go like the duration 0.5 and the delay 0.25. Now this is what I personally use now. This is where I'm at. I can't hit 70 on this to save my ass, but that's mostly because like I start losing concentration halfway through because it's quite long. But then, as you can see, it's quite a bit faster. Not all that fast, to be honest, but it's doable. Then, as soon as you get 60, you just click on this, and then go to the second level. As soon as you get third, fourth. You can even make it a bit hard on yourself if it's an intense training. So you go to 1, and then you get 60, then you go to 2, you get 54, then you go back to 1, get 60 again, go back to 2, get 60 again, go back to 3. 60 again, go back to 4, get 51, go back to 3. So it's like this pyramid ladder type thing that you want to do. So that's how I use this map. That's how I get my reaction times faster and like my flick shots. Oh well, not flick shots, more like fast aim. So yeah, once again, sensitivity is key, and the way you move your mouse. That's why each level is so important, because on each level you have to do something different with the mouse. And yeah, let's go into the last map, I think it is. Maybe not, but we'll see. So the last map was a bit hard for me to find. All these other one is just like in the Steam Workshop, you just search how to improve your aim or aim training map, and you should find all of these. But this one I could not find for shit. I found it on someone else's Steam profile and they sent me the link and so on and so forth. But basically it's like a huge battle arena. If you've ever seen those videos of the people also showing how to train, and then it's like they're in the middle, the bots rush them. That's exactly that map. But I don't use it for AWPing. You can use it for AWPing if you're AWPer. You can actually practice no scopes, believe it or not. I did this at one stage. It actually worked. It's hard, but it worked. But I use this for an AK. And I'll show you just now. You just have to be quick. You have to choose CTR, you see. If this happens, then you click T. Then there's going to be one bot in the middle, which should be me. That bitch took my spot. But then all you do is you switch teams. You type in console mp_restart game, and then you change that to 1, you press enter, and then you wait. Now, as you can see, there's no bots, so this is pretty useless. It does spawn in with a decoy. You also have an AK, and there's a Tech 9, and the Galil and a Glock. I don't know why you wouldn't use that. But yeah. Then if you want to get the bots back, then you just say bot, and then you go bot add T, and then you just arrow up, enter, until it's about 8. 8 is what the map usually spawns you in with. So then they should start spawning, and well, yeah. Then the other thing I would recommend, so you don't die while doing this, because they can actually knife you if you get too close to the edge, is just type in God into console, just God, and then God mode. Yeah, you see, they can actually knife you while you're in here. And then all you do is you just try and shoot, just like one tap their head as they jump. As you can see, I have not warmed up. I still have to do this routine, but I thought I'd make a little video for you guys. But yeah, then you just go around, do this for about 500 bots if you're feeling the day. If you're rusty the day, I always do 500. And then to 1,000 if you're feeling a bit rusty. So yeah, if you're bored and you have no clip, bind it to a key like I do. You can go like this, and then you can run around, and then they spawn. Just tap, 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 and miss all the shots apparently. But yeah, then you can also do that. That's where they die. They don't go down there. So yeah, that's basically all I do for the like training stuff. You can use these maps to screw around a fair bit as well. I'm just gonna exit because these things are making a ton of noise in my ears. So yeah, let's quickly recap. If I go play offline with bots, you go to workshop, you've downloaded the maps, first aim and reflex, training map aim bots, and then training _ aim csgo 2 _ dark. That should be the only maps you need. If you're new to CS, I would recommend getting Crashz Crosshair generator. I'll have links to all these in the description below. I'll try and find the links and just copy and paste them. Well, thanks for watching. This has been Dev, and I'm out.